past weekend, I didn't go out and do much. I spent most of it at home. Normally on the weekends I go out, game searching, stuff like that. I really didn't do that much this weekend. And I don't understand why a kid would pull out in front of me on a scooter. Yes, so if you are a parent and you buy your kid one of those little electric scooters, please let them know that wearing headphones while they ride it is probably a bad idea. Because the girl just pulled out in front of me and the car that was coming toward me. And basically, because this is coming out of my neighborhood, and it's like a small road. It's like 2 lanes, but there's no really dividing line. Well, this car's coming this way, I'm coming this way, and she pulls out and goes in front of this car so she can get on the left side of the road. I'm like, what in the world? I mean, really, I understand that that people are young and they really haven't got that experience driving, but you can't just buy your kid one of these things and not show them how the proper way to drive. I mean, I actually think it's illegal in this state to ride them unless you're 16. But most cops, I understand cops have more important things to do than track down kids on mopeds and things like that. But if me or the other person had been paying attention, it should have been trying to word mincemeat or roadkill. That's the word. But yeah. So anyway, I am actually going out to a few stores, look for some video games. I would like to find something, but probably won't. I think a lot of stores are probably going to keep things for their Labor Day weekend sales. So a lot of stuff I know a lot of places hold things back because they want to have like a large stock of things when people come in. So I may run into that issue, but hopefully I won't. So, see what I find. I'm actually really sad right now. I just found out right now, literally this very second, that Gene Wilder passed. And it's kind of weird. Somebody that I grew up with watching the movies he was in. And I actually just did a video of comedy horror movies, just a week or 2 ago. And I had Young Frankenstein in it. So he was actually one of the few actors that when I would watch him in the film, and he could just pull you into it very quickly. He's just very not even really sure the right term to use for it. It just really saddens me to know that he's passed. I know he hasn't really done a lot of public appearances recently, and that he hasn't done anything in the movies for quite some time. But knowing that he was still alive is one of those things. Like the same things like when Mr. Rogers passed. That was one of those things to when I know part of my childhood was gone. And Gene Wilder, growing up watching the movies he was in, between Willy Wonka and Frankenstein and all the other ones, it's actually, now that I'm getting older, all the people I watched and listened to growing up are starting to pass away. I mean, Prince has passed away, David Bowie's passed away, Gene Wilder, and the list goes on and on. And like Mr. Rogers, this is something, things that you you realize you get older, like, I've always tried to keep my past. Like, to keep the child in me alive. I don't want to be an adult, really. I want to still have that child. I mean, I still like cartoons. Generally the ones I grew up with. That's the reason I'm trying to get my son into, like, as he gets older, I'm going to start showing him things like the original Transformers and things like that. I want him to have an appreciation for things that I had when I grew up. And I still want him to have appreciation for the things that are out now. Mainly because I also don't want to make fun of, like, oh, you haven't seen whatever show that kids watch. But it's just, as I'm getting older, I realize it's harder and harder because all the people that you watched or grew up with are starting to pass away.